Kerr, Paiwai and Cornier teeing up something out in the backs. No, it's Tremaine. Only 2 metres short. Again they drive, up and over this time. Referee O'Brien in great position. There's a try to Hawke's Bay. A try to Hawke's Bay, and the man coming up with the ball is their very popular skipper, Norm Hewitt. Turnover goes the Lions' way. Short side, Tony Underwood. Back in field to Webster. Try for Richard Webster. Oh, lovely leap there. Tremaine timing it. Excellent timing between the hooker, the thrower Hewitt, and the jumper Tremaine. Gives Hawke's Bay momentum. They have picked it, and now it goes. Webber, short side, driving on and over. What a super halfback try to Neil Webber. Another wonderful ball one at the front of the line-out. Not a great pass, but a drop goal from Kerr is over. Simon Kerr puts the Bay in front. Well, it might be a turnover, these two. Cunningham, he gets the call. This player's out wide. Now, Hamilton the speedster. In and outside Underwood. Underwood is quick too. What a great breakout by Hawke's Bay. 11 minutes to go. One world of sport. Driving through to Tremaine. Oh, try. Jared Cunningham with time up on the board. He nails it. Jared Cunningham kicks the penalty. He's had a dreadful day with the boot, but it doesn't matter. Hawke's Bay have won this game against the Lions by 29 points to 17.
So it was a determined Lions side which arrived in Wellington for the second test. They had to be. Another loss and the tour was effectively over. Disappointed with their record against the provincial teams, the thought of another test loss to the All Blacks prompted a desperate pride of Lions. The All Blacks were in a pretty determined mood too. Although they'd won the first test, a couple of changes in the test lineup suggested the selectors weren't entirely happy with the All Blacks' performance.
Those areas and issues have been drawn to the players' attention, and you know, they're determined to not make the same mistakes again.
Indication there, not too much breeze for Wellington. Popplewell breaks, beats the first tackle. Infield is Clark, alongside him Moore. The big drive from the Lions, a stunning start from them, but Jones sets it up. Clark will kick.
John, this is a real impressive start from the Lions, playing into the wind. They've really come out, and at times on tour they've threatened to put it together, but they're really steaming.
The restart, Brook couldn't quite handle it. Cooksley does. Just turned and with them was tackled. Preston and Fox. There we go. The bomb under the posts for Hastings. He's out in the field of play, loses it. And Clark was there. Yes. He deliberated for a while, Patrick Raban, and then awards the try to Ronnie Clark. They use it. Bringing in Evans, linking up Underwood. Clark, here's a try. No! Super tackle from Michael Jones. Morris now, backs in action. The drop from Andrew. Yes! Five in the line-out. Lovely jump from Robin Brook. Clark was almost onto Fox as he got the ball. Timu running at pace, but the Lions' backline defence, they've worked out everything. They're covering all the options. Now the All Blacks, the head just popping up there, having a look. Oh, knock on. The All Blacks have lost it. Guscott, now Underwood. He's away. He's a flyer. They'll never stop him. Not this time. Great try. Rory Underwood. Hastings. Yes. His fourth penalty. It's 20 points to 7. Brooke has to just escape the attentions of one of the loose forwards. Evans rolls it into touch. Evans rolls it into touch, and the referee blows his whistle. The Lions have squared the Steinlager series, beating the All Blacks by 20 points to 7.
Yeah, well, you need the ball to win, and we didn't have any ball in the first half, and even playing with the wind, you still need the ball to get it down there, and it's an unfortunate thing, and as I said, we've got a lot of work to do.
Well, you did a lot of work during the week. What sort of things did you work on and hope to improve on from that first test?
Well, definitely the line-outs was a main contributor, and hitting rucks, and in the last 20 minutes was basically as catch-up rugby, so and that was the problem.
And that defence of the Lions, difficult to breach, wasn't it?
Oh, definitely, and once again, all credit to the Lions. They had to win today, and it was obvious they were more desperate than we were, and that's a sad thing.
Okay, Sean, thanks for talking to us. Good luck next week.
Thank you. Thanks, Gavin.
Gavin Hastings has come to join us. Gavin, you'd have to be delighted with that performance.
Yeah, tremendous. The crowd as well. I mean, this is the noisiest it's ever heard when we've been in New Zealand, and that really lifted us. I think the forwards' effort throughout the whole game was fantastic. They never let up. They kept taking the game to the All Blacks. I was delighted.
Sounded like a crowd at Murrayfield or Twickenham, didn't it?
Well, I wasn't complaining. They certainly made themselves heard, that's for sure.
Now, you gave the wind away in the first half. What was the reasoning behind that?
I think we just felt that, we talked around ourselves and wanted to play into the wind and felt we could put the pressure on the All Blacks, and certainly did, turning around 9-7 in front. Obviously, we felt we had a very good chance of winning the game, but no way could we afford to relax, and certainly we kept up the pressure. All Blacks obviously were going to come back at us. They did that in spells, but we kept them out, and we finished strongly at the end.
Your defence today, the team's defence today, was quite phenomenal.
Yeah, it was. I'm just at the back, surveying everything in front of me, but it's great when you just see a line of red jerseys out in front of you, knowing that they've got the full pitch covered, and some tremendous defence. We needed it as well.
Well, Gavin, it's fair to say, I suppose, the tour's very much back on track.
Yeah, 1-1. We'll go to Auckland next week, and, that's the way it should be, I think, and we're looking forward to it now.
Thanks for joining us. Good luck.
Mate.
Cheers.
Thanks.
The Lions celebrations continued long into the night. With the Test series still to be decided, the Lions kept saying their last midweek match against Waikato was a low priority. All they really cared about was the Test. But they were to come up against a Waikato side looking to prove a point.
And Waikato with Dwayne Monkley at the back. Just in front of him was Richard Jerram, then John Mitchell, the captain. They're looking down the back towards where Jerram wins it. Now big Brent Anderson on the charge. Anderson, 2 or 3 metres short of the line. What a good start by Waikato. There it is for Crabb. Now Foster. Cooper. Wilson scores. Fantastic start by Waikato. Well, there's a decent gap in that line-out. That's probably the best gap we've seen on tour. Let's hope it stays that way as Milne throws. Waikato winning all the ball. Crabb for Allison. Now Collins again. Boys, a solid unit. Bouncing his man off. Allison. John Mitchell in good support. Waikato playing all the rugby so far. Crabb to Foster. Collins just let that one go for a moment. Warlow, though, held it up nicely. Good ball retention. Now Buck Anderson. Richard Jerram has a look. No tackling from the Lions. Stevenson. Warlow. It's all about ball retention. 15 metres out from the Lions line. And here they go with the big, powerful rolling ball that they've perfected over the years, Waikato. Now this is going to be very hard to stop.
This is good rugby because they sucked in a few of the loose fringes.
Jerram goes on. Try given. Dwayne Monkley it was. It's been all Waikato in the first half. 21 points to 3 they lead. Foster again. No attempt to kick it out. He says to the Lions, if you want it out, you kick it out. Clement. Underwood runs onto the ball. Just ankle tap by Brent Anderson. That was timely. Now Waikato can go from here. Wilson holding off the tackles. Foster. John Mitchell. Monkley, brilliant.
It's rugby at its very, very best. And I would say even in the Lions camp that is sitting up in the stand, they would acknowledge that's one hell of a good try.
Waikato are going to get it. Solid rucking. Foster still retaining the ball. Monkley tries to hand off Richard Wallace. Can't do that. Warlow's in support. Warlow. Purvis. 15 metres out from the line. Grab to Foster. They must score here, surely. Collins. A day-one try for Aaron Collins. 11 minutes remaining in the game. 31 points to 3. Just one try in the second half. Waikato, though, try to increase that. Up to Anderson. Magnificent teamwork by the Waikato team. John Mitchell. Now Stevenson. Oh, good solid defence. Crab gets it back again. Monkley. Monkley goes to ground and frees it once more. Warlow. Collins. What a good debut he's had. Aaron Collins. Away for Warlow. Monkley.
This is too easy.
Sumo Gatlin gets one. Now Barnes. Carling. Can they produce something here? Wallace down the right wing side. Still going. Oh, and Will Carling gets a lovely try. And good on him. Carling again. Will Carling's come back in the form in a big way. Tries to find Cunningham. Carried on by Galway. But the knock-on was made by Cunningham. And the game is over. John Mitchell has led his Waikato team to a magnificent victory at Rugby Park this afternoon by 38 points to 10.
This is a game of significance. These guys are international players regardless of whether they're a midweek team. It's inevitable there has to be a midweek team on tour. So we didn't listen to a lot of the media, and this is a big one for us today to take into the national championship. It meant a lot to us.
Now, have you got a message to the New Zealand selectors who would probably be watching this today about Waikato players? There are no Waikato players in the All Blacks.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. I mean, you can't do anything about it. I mean, I wouldn't like to be in their boots. Obviously, we're not terribly happy about, not a lot of guys getting that sort of favouritism, but that's the way it goes. But we got reward today.
Came up against a very good side. You know, they were very well drilled. We made one or two many mistakes, but we finished the strongest.
Now there was just one game left for the Lions. On to Auckland for the final test.
We've given ourselves a shot, and that's the important thing to me 2 days prior to a test match, that we are now have a chance of winning the series. This time last week we really needed to do it to salvage the tour, call it what you will, but it was important that we got a victory, and we all said that. There was some people that doubted whether we're capable of achieving that, but I don't think anyone's in any doubt that we cannot get a victory, another victory over the All Blacks. I'm sure there's a lot of people that believe that now, and we certainly do.
The All Blacks had made a couple of changes for this final test, including the introduction of the in-form Lee Stensness, playing his debut outside Auckland teammate Grant Fox.
He hasn't really lived up to the hype. They all said he was a grumpy little bugger, but he's been quite relaxed. I don't know, maybe he's changed his attitude, or maybe it was just, like I say, hype, but he's been very good.
Stensness was joining an All Black side under a great deal of pressure. They knew they hadn't performed well in the second test loss, and there were plenty of people reminding them of where they'd gone wrong.
I've always been in awe of the All Blacks, but on Saturday's performance, the Lions are no longer in awe of them, and that used to be your great secret. People feared them. Now, listening to Hastings yesterday, they don't fear them. They believe they're as good as them, and that is an amazing thing.
Well, it's the first time that I can remember for many, many series that the All Blacks are going in, and I feel they are, as the underdog. And I think that's probably a good thing. It might just now make us realise that we've got big problems, and we've got to do something about it.
Interest in this final test was unprecedented. These two gentlemen decided over a beer in their local to pop down to Eden Park for the test. A big effort because their local was in Birmingham. They arrived in Auckland the day of the test and left for home straight after to be back in time for work on Monday. The game was worth coming all that way for.
Let's give a warm welcome to Gavin Hastings and the 93 British Lions. Wearing the silver fern with pride, alongside New Zealand's long-time heroes in black. Ladies and gentlemen, let's show them how we feel. Sean Fitzpatrick and the All Blacks.
Patrick Rabana France signals the start of this decider, the third test of the 93 series. Preston from outside the 22. The high kick, now that's a good kick. It's made Hastings whack. Wham on him from Stensness. All Blacks getting there now. In centre field and just out from the 22. Morris sees it, gets it. Hastings, no pressure.
Well, that was a much more physical approach from the All Blacks. They really went in with a bit of feeling then, but the Lions held up under pressure, got back and held the ball up well.
Joseph winning it at the tail of the line out.
Again, Jamie Joseph, I mean, this is just bad discipline. Clearly came off his shoulder. Ian Jones looks in trouble.
Minutes gone, and Gavin Hastings gets the first points. A penalty, 3 points to 0. Penny tackle, and the mistake. Clark is very quick. Underwood's quicker. Richards with him. Andrew, inside the 22 they go. The Lions have the ball. They won't lose it at maul time, surely. It's on the ground now. Morris, the short side. Bayfield with Moore, setting up another maul, the Lions, just inside the 22. Big pressure going on from the Lions now. Popplewell runs. Winterbottom back to the tight forwards. Now they open it up. A gap. Great defence from Kerwin. Oh, it's been won by Gibbs. Try. Joseph taking it. Stensness up to Penny. Really soft tackles there from the Lions. Joseph meets a big one though through Popplewell, who just stands off later. Now quick ball. Flat there. Stensness, that's what he's there for. The kick for Bunce. What sort of bounce? It's a great bounce.
That's That's another terrible control from the scrum.
They're using it though. Just to the ground by a tap from Winterbottom. Winning it once more. Kerwin, now Timu. They're nailing him, they're covering him. They only just get him on the ground and leaving it there for Bunce. Hoping someone was there, and there was. This is belted up stuff from the All Blacks now. Joseph, they must score here, do they, through Fitzpatrick? Yes! Sean Fitzpatrick, after all the disappointment of Athletic Park, comes up with a try. Nails it. It's a 7-pointer. The All Blacks leading by 14 points to 10 at Eden Park. Lions line out throw. Bayfield getting high. Andrew under pressure. Gibbs, now he's run strongly in Wellington. This time he's nailed Michael Jones getting through Andrew and on to Gibbs. Clark to the 22. Andrew. What a hit for Duscott. Lovely ball to Evans. Hounded. And Inga saves the day. They set in, the red jerseys set. Now they start to move it a little bit towards the right-hand touchline. Now straight up the field. The 10-metre mark of the Lions. Clark giving Evans a little bit of space. Evans, the cover defence is there, and it's Bunce who crunches him. That was a kidney cruncher, that one, but the Lions now have men out wide. Hastings, Stensness makes the tackle just when Underwood was looking threatening. The Lions have it. They've used their backs for the first time. A turnover to the All Blacks. Back with the live action through One World of Sport at Eden Park. Now Stensness stepping. Great support play from Michael Jones here. Marvellous hands. Cohen. What a dive there from Michael Jones. But they've turned it over. However, the Lions have made a mistake.
Last time someone's picked up Mr. Richards.
Well, Michael Jones, there couldn't be anyone else but do this. This was just unbelievable. Kerwin does well. He goes in field and he looks for the support, and Jones is closest and he has to dive to take it.
Successful penalty gives Grant Fox 600 points in test matches. The All Blacks leading 20 to 13. But Brooks done so well at the front, and he does it again. Poor Brown almost played first five then. Penny bulldozing inside the half. Oh, Inga saw hit and all, did well to take that. Again, Brook right in the action. Jones running off. Quick hands now. Stensness to Kerwin. Inside and outside, but Rory Underwood scrags him. Kerwin stays, the ball is there. Fox, too many red shirts out wide, so he does the sensible thing. And that's a huge bomb.
They've got Timu and Kerwin.
Penny, slow ball, but Fox runs. Fox, oh, he could have been there. It looked as though he could have scored himself.
Deliberate knock-on?
Yeah, I'd agree, Stu. I think he did.
Yes.
Deliberate knock-on, but Fox was actually in the... He could have scored, I think. Hard to say, but I think it looked like a deliberate knock-on.
Another opportunity, Joseph. Robin Brook, if anyone deserves a try, he does. No.
Well, if they really want to nail it and win a test series, they've got to do it around this time.
Here's a chance. Great attacking chance again.
They need a big scrum.
They have a big scrum. Oh, Preston!
Good scrum, well-worked move on the short side.
That's come after sustained pressure by the All Blacks.
Well done, John Preston. Penne, Preston, Richards hung. look for the inside man, and Preston's gone through the gap. Richard saw Kerwin coming inside.
John Kerwin running the dummy, stops. Oh, check, hello, big gap opened up. Well-rehearsed move.
The All Blacks have won this third test in the Steinlager series. They've won the series. We're into the dying stages now. Preston to Fox behind the line, the kick and the final whistle from Patrick Rabanne. And we see an All Black team looking more elated than I've seen for quite some time. The All Blacks have won the series, coming back from the loss at Athletic Park to beat the British Isles comprehensively today by 30 points to 13, scoring 3 tries to 1.
Firstly, to the Lions, it's been a great tour. Hasn't been the best of weeks for me personally and for the team. Thanks to the All Blacks, tremendous effort. We needed a big one today and we produced it. To the people of New Zealand, to the people of Eden Park, we thank you. We'll have a toast to you tonight. And to the Lions, best of luck on the way home. Thank you.
There's a lot been spoken about British Lions tours and whether this will be the last one to New Zealand. If you ask the players, they would certainly like to come back, and I hope that the British Lions will last forever. Thank you very much, New Zealand.